Before we go, we have to talk about this though.
Sorry, Ling. I'm so sorry. It's still playing in my mind. I can't believe I've done this. As you were gone.
Little Sims, Inflow. So for context, yeah, Inflow, big boy producer, also the husband of Cleo Soul. He has worked with so many different people, notably Little Sims as well. Yeah, he's worked on quite a few of her albums, projects, whatnot. He's obviously is one part of Salt. Oh, what is? Oh, she just took a picture.
She looked amazing.
Oh, let me see. Oh, she looks amazing as well. Oh, bro. When did she leave?
I'm trying to find out now. She's just laughing about everything, but inside,
Just tell her that we'll
raging.
Tell her we'll come back.
Man. Sorry, as we go back.
Yeah. Also, he's like one half of Salt with Cleo and whatnot.
Is Cleo Soul's partner?
Yeah, that's her husband, bro. They're married. Are they married? I'm pretty sure they're married. The father of her kid as well. That's you know what I'm saying, from a long time as well. From a long time. Just double check that if she's married, but it's definitely the father of her child, and they're together in a strong, committed relationship that's been going on for a long time. She's married, right?
Married.
Yes.
Why, man?
Cleo and Sims also have music together. Anyway, it's turned out that Sims is suing Flow for, what is it, 2 million? I think it's in and around 2 million. Yeah. For borrowed money, essentially, that he never paid back. And I think a mishandling of funds. That's the other thing. And when I saw it, yeah, I was thinking, my first thought was, in this musical universe, this is one of the last things I would expect to see in this musical universe amongst them.
Why?
I have a lot of questions as to like how this has happened in the first place. One being that Sims loaned this money to do the show, which was at Drumsheds, which I missed. That was the one, that Salt show. I believe the tickets were £100 for that year, and it was like a mad experience. It wasn't like when we went to Culture Clash and you just see the stages or whatever. Yeah. It wasn't like that. Like from when you walk in, there's things going on, and it's like they've redecorated the whole thing. I think the stage was in the middle, and like it was just a really big production type thing. So she borrowed some of the money for that. What I was curious about is, obviously I'm just doing a little bit of pocket watching here, yeah. But I'm like, if it was 2 million, that production there, that sounds like that all of that money was used for that thing.
He said 1 million.
One.
So it says 1.7 was the loan.
What? 1.7 was the loan.
1 million was to cover Salt's only live show today.
Right. Okay. Because I'm saying, okay.
What so?
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Salt is cold. But yeah, there becomes a point naturally where it's like friendship or not. Yeah, if I'm transferring my business money into this business account and you tell me at certain points that you're going to give me this money and you work with Adele, you do this and that, and I can't see a tenner back. Yo, there's a big problem now.
It's a lot of money.
What, bro? 1 million? I'm looking at when we do like certain productions for R&B and slow jams. I understand how expensive certain things can be. Do you know what 1 million can get you for production? Quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit.
100%.
So that means that she not only she could have been entitled to more money on top. If I'm saying to you, all right, cool, I'm gonna invest into this show, I'm giving you 1 million of my money, yeah, which is a risk ultimately because you might not sell all the tickets. So I could lose my money. Ultimately, I could.
I'm willing to take the risk.
I'm willing to take the risk. Just give me a little 100 bag on top then or something like that. Yeah, of course. Anyway, I might even all suggest that. You're going to give me $1 million? Yeah, boom. Well, make sure you get your money back. I'll just give you a young little change on top of that. But she couldn't get a tenner. Nasty.
She lost more. Do you know what, yeah?
Nasty. What's this here saying, EA?
It's because she also, her inability to pay her full tax liability. left her subject to interest and charges.
Sims.
Yeah, so she
Wow,
wasn't able to pay her
interesting.
fully her tax.
So she used. Wow, that's deep.
So he didn't pay her back in time for her to
Pay up taxes, which
Yeah.
then meant it occurred more.
Exactly. So she has to.
deep.
No way.
In a nutshell, yeah.
I wonder how that affects the relationship between. I'm only making an assumption here. I don't know how close Cleo and Sims are. I feel like they have a good relationship based upon what I'm seeing, but I don't know that, yeah. But I'm curious to understand, like, what does that look like? If me and you are cool, but your partner's done me a thing, I'm not going to send man to the yard. That's not what we're going to do here. But it was business at the end of the day, and the business went wrong. And I've been asking for this for time, and there's no movement. Also, on top of that, and I might know that in this moment, you got this check from that company, you got that from this, Adele paid you this. I also know that PRS drops at this time, and I can't get a tenner. Man, I got.
We've got no type of plan in paying my money back.
But even so, the court aspect, like her taking him to court, might also be like
That's gonna be
to
expensive.
cover both bases. If she's unable to pay her taxes, then she might just be saying to him, "Look, I'm gonna do this. I have to do this.
Cause I got to show
I've
HMRC
got to
that
show
I
them
got bread.
that the bread's available there to pay them, and that they're just gonna have to wait a second. So I'm sorry." And he probably just gone, "Yeah, cool. Like I hear it."
Nah,
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 he
because
won't.
think they go,
that's
"Okay,
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
This is front of
Inflow
house.
has he's got a certain type of reputation as a producer. Yeah, somebody who comes across very meticulous and very like, you know what I'm saying, like quite mystique in how he moves. Yeah, and that has value. It's cool. It's seen as quite cool as well, especially within a certain industry too. Yeah. This looks bad if you have somebody like Sims as well, who is, you know, we know what Sims stands for. We know where Sims comes from. For her to turn around and say, hold on a minute, this is what I did and this is how you reacted. That's bad credit. It affects a lot of different things as far as I'm concerned.
Is that why she cancelled America?
No. She cancelled America because it's expensive. The way that she wants to tour,
She can't do it.
she can't do it. She don't want to just do the DJ thing. She wants to have it, but do it
An
properly. innit?
experience, proper experience.
And that's expensive.
Look, one thing we have right now as well, obviously, once you take a look at all of the evidence of their characters, you can take a look at their characters front of house. The fact that you do this to Little Sims doesn't look good, bro.
Stinks.
Like Little Sims. When you take a look at what she stands for, how she carries herself, she conducts herself, how she's consistently carried and conducted herself. This is a situation that you should have dealt with it behind the scenes. You should have dealt with it back doors. Because this doesn't come across to me as something that Little Sims would want everybody to know. I'm sure plenty of things have happened in Little Sims's career, and she never seems to let us know. Not about relationships, not about nothing. Just the music, and you know what I'm saying? So when something like this comes out, I doubt it's even Little Sims sharing it. So
Yeah, Sims wouldn't want this to be the way that it is today.
She wouldn't.
Because of the magnitude of it, it's gonna come out, isn't it? And it is a shame still because without necessarily knowing the ins and outs, it's like that's not somebody that should be dealt with like that, really.
Nah, man, not
You know what I
Sims.
mean?
Not Sims.
And I would like to believe as well that, you know, even if times are difficult or whatever, there's just been a young mishandling or whatever, you got to fight tooth and nail for it to not become a thing. You know what? Yeah, I'm in the mud right now and I haven't been able to, but here's this, or hold that, or do you get what I'm saying? Like, we'll figure it out and we'll work it out. Do you know what I mean? But for it to get to this stage, I think says a lot to me, man.
Obviously, don't know the ins and the outs, but I will say if my man's got an inflow of cash and he hasn't shared, it stinks. Can't leave your sister them in a situation where tax can't pay and you know she got you out of a situation previously. It just doesn't feel right, bro, man.
I wonder if it makes I wonder if it makes Cleo feel a bit awkward in that too. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
It's like, obviously it's your partner, you love your partner. She will also know the ins and outs of exactly what's going on. So she will know what is the big elements of truth. But then also, you know, like I'd like to think that Cleo would look at Sims and feel this is like really unfortunate because of that relationship and dealing that musical connection that they have together, that this is even a thing. Could bet you top dollar. I could bet you a lot of money Sims was at that wedding. You get what I'm saying?
I don't like when people put people in situations when they have to make a decision about something that they should never have to make a decision about.
Agreed.
It's just not fair, bruv. Like, it's just not fair. The only good thing is you find out people's character straight away. And Sims will learn a lot about Cleo Soul from the situation that she never knew prior. So sometimes these situations...
Negative and positive.
Do you know where I'm coming from? So Cleo Soul will learn a lot about herself. She's probably never been placed in a situation where two people so close, or she may have been, I don't know.
But she's also really quiet and private too. So she will hate this. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Cleo's not like, she don't really love doing, she don't really like doing all that type. She just wants to make music. She just wants to create. That's why I always tell the story of like when I first met her, she did not really want to be in no office, bro. Yeah. She wants to be in the studio creating, doing her thing, and then just being in Grove, whatever, being with her brethrens and just doing that. You get what I'm saying?
I can't lie, I hear her though. I definitely hear her, man.
Well, she walked in there with a long face, you know, boss.
Charge, you know these situations here, I want to run joke about it, but I just can't.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of bare things I can run joke, and I'm like, do you know, because of Sims and then everyone, I'm a massive Cleo Soul fan. Like, I'm a massive Cleo Soul fan, which means I have to be an Inflow fan. But I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I was all gonna go. You know, I was gonna go to New York.
So was I.
This to go and see Cleo as well. Actually,
where's my kid's birthday?
The only thing. Oh, okay. The only thing that put me off was the standby flight thing, and when I need to
Heathrow's on fire now, so you wouldn't have gone anyway.
You what?
Heathrow's on fire, bro.
The mad thing happening in Hayes still.
When? Today?
20th.
Yeah.
2 days ago. Yesterday.
So there was the airport. All little Yaz and Mitch are still in LA. Can't come back.
Serious?
What?